All right, I'm going to give you another layer of truth on how you can partially agree with a person why you would keep something to yourself. Which one layer of that truth, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time and take a big amount of time on this video, is my thing where I say that the majority of people, in my opinion, which an opinion that I'm allowed to have, which some people think that I should keep to myself, which, okay, if you go to a church at a regular basis, you would keep these truths to yourself, in a sense that I say people did keep to themselves because 90% of the people don't agree with a particular thing, especially in the cases of prehistoric sacrificial dogma. What 90% of the people, they do keep it to their self. I understand what this person's talking about, because what they do is just over even generations of, say, if you go to a church on a regular basis, you just tune that stuff out. You know, you're not, in common sense, you're not going to go and, if you were actually going to be in the pews and then they talking on that subject and stand up, then you might as well just say it and then never go back to the church at all. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of us that what they do is just tune it out. But then another layer of truth that I'm going to tell you too is one aspect of it is you're required over generations to believe what your owners and your handlers tell you to believe, which your parents who raised you also had owners and handlers, and things that you would keep to yourself because a lot of your parents were taught to literally all right, it was like this. In this country that's supposed to have been a free country and of religious freedom, this and a lot of other countries, which you want to say we fled, our ancestors fled for religious freedom, okay? You didn't believe in, okay, the formal religious beliefs also went hand in hand with the textbook rules of what is abnormal psychiatry and psychology. I mean, and you'd be deemed, okay, there was a day in a free country, okay, which, yes, we had a lot of mental hospitals that were big buildings. And at the same time, we were talking about the communists, how they put, oh, and if you were religious in a communist country, you can be jailed, executed, or a lot of times put in a particular gulag that they called a mental institution, which in some cases was a particular experimental gulag that you can argue, right? And we as Americans, we criticized communists for this, but yet in the same fucking era, okay, if you will, we had mental asylums that, yeah, your parents can get you what we called 302'd. It was way easier to get 302'd. You were question anything, or all you had to do is say with a smart mouth that as soon as you leave your parents' house, you're going to live by your own rules. And it was way easier to get put into a mental institution and locked in there, even in a straitjacket, and kept there until your attitude changes, or the electroshock treatment and fed a bunch of medicines. You were a lab rat. They did this on all these other countries. Oh, and if you got this far in this video too, I'm going to tell you that a lot of you people that are being petty with me about my belief here too, you got bigger problems really to worry about than me, okay? But anyway, back in the day, if your parents, your owners, and plus your your government was your owners too. I'm trying to tell you, the moral platform was based on being scripturally correct, even if it's agreeing with the prehistoric sacrificial dogma, if you will. But it also went hand in hand with textbook rules of psychiatry and psychology. And if you disobeyed those rules, it was easy to get put away until your attitude changes, put you somewhere to, they would do this to you to assert their dominance and to show you who's boss and to humiliate you and indicate that there was a chance of maybe getting out if your attitude changes. But if it don't, you can be kept there. But anyway, the government quit paying for that. You see YouTube videos, all these abandoned mental asylums. That used to be, if you got far in this video, my point is that used to be the moral platform of the day and what would get you thrown in some kind of cage or straitjacket. And the reason why I'm telling some of you people, which not like I have some a bunch of people, only 2 or 3, with tend to keep my opinion to myself, which the new platform now that I spend all this time, 6 minutes, explaining what the old platform was, like, your handlers were strict Catholics and strict. I established, that back in the day, your handlers, your parents, your owners, in government, it was based on, parents being strict Catholics and Christians. And I established the fact that, yes, in our country back in that day and age also bashed the communists, which the communists were locking people up in, if they weren't locking them in gulags, they were locking them up in the other gulags that were mental asylums. And this is separate from the fact that usually mental asylums were supposed to be for people that were really criminally insane and did some really bad stuff. But I think that they built these asylums that they were like these really big buildings. They weren't worried about the criminally insane. They were used to house all the people that, we talked about the communists. And like I said, the communists, if you were religious, they put you there. But us as Americans, we were putting people in these same kind of gulags that we were supposed to be a free country, right? And what you people being petty with me, what you got to worry about now is this new platform that they want to put you and me in, right? Hey, whether you like me or not, hey, they want to put both you and me. Say if we ain't on board with this gender crap, this delusional gender crap, men in girls' sports, and you got to acknowledge them as women. You got to acknowledge a delusion. Whether you want to say these people were bribing the government or whatever the hell, or bribing Supreme Court judges, people allowed it to get this far. Yes, they do. They want to have you put in jail. They want you to. They don't want to just be who they are and you leave us alone. No, they're literally they want to assert their dominance, if you will, on you and me. Whether you like me or not, this is what they want to do to you. They want to assert their dominance, and they want to get you to deny your biological gender. And they want to get maybe your girlfriend or wife that's goes into the ladies' room or in girls' sports, put men dressed as women so that they can assert their dominance within the realm of women, okay? I mean, you with me so far? Yeah, I'm trying to say that they want to do away with the platform that I spent about 6-7 minutes explaining to you, the platform, what it was, and how you would get 302'd and locked up in an asylum. They want to do away with that platform, and they want to put in a new platform. You're going to be required to deny your biological gender and political correctness, make you ashamed of being white. And then they want to take, yes, also the racial issues too. You can be, if you're black and you're not on board with this race politics, and if you're black, you don't want to say white people are white supremacists, and you don't want to say all white people are evil and all white people are racist. If you're black and you're not on board with that, yeah, they want to put you in one of these new asylums or jails too. So you get the idea what we went from as a free country and what we're headed for now. Yeah, all of y'all who, like I said, there's not that many, based on, anybody who, like this person, maybe does have any problem with any of the stuff that I was originally saying here, could be keeping their belief to their self too on another angle. But there was a thing back then and now that you're supposed to keep it to yourself, because if you don't keep it to yourself, you're going to get excommunicated, ostracized by your friends, because maybe they want to think that all your friends are brainwashed by all this idiocy too. But we went from what I just told you, what strict Christianity and Catholicism was back in the day, that they got out of that and they closed all these mental hospitals. Now they want to do that same shit with, if these crazy gender people take over. You got a man dressed as a woman as a head of the health department, which you don't see him on TV no more, but they were all over TV during the pandemic. So, all right, so there you go. You get those people that are head of the health department. Where the hell you think that's going? But, we got to keep it to ourselves. Yeah. If any of you guys, whether you like me or not, are watching this, that supports what I'm saying, and there was this thing called the Citizens Commission on Human Rights that talks about what you're about to hear all in the ramblings of this video, but this little piece I spliced on. Yes, if you look up the Citizens Commission on Human Rights and an Industry of Death. Okay, even though that's Scientology, I'm not a Scientologist. I don't advocate Scientology, because Scientology had entire lectures against this, and they did say they locked you up in these hospitals and everything else. And even though I'm not a Scientologist, it is a fact. They had a lot of information on this, but I don't want to make this whole subject about Scientology. But yes, Scientology preached against a particular thing about mental asylums and everything else that they want to put you in. But it was said that, hey, the leader of Scientology did that with his wife. Nobody knows if she's dead or alive. But anyway, there was rumors that Scientology was literally doing the same shit that they were condemning others for. There's no real proof. But even though this video is not about Scientology, but I want to throw that in there, that